After a number of setbacks during its development, Scream 7 is back on track as Neve Campbell is officially returning as Sidney Prescott. The next installment in the hit horror franchise has endured a very bumpy road as it lost recent lead stars Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, the former being fired for social media posts supporting Palestine in the 2023 Israel-Hamas war that were deemed anti-Semitic, and the latter departing over a reported salary dispute. Scream 7 was said to be going for a full reset when director Christopher Landon also departed shortly thereafter. Campbell took to her Instagram to announce her return as fan-favorite final girl Sidney in Scream 7. The post, as seen above, shows the cover of the sequel script, which is tentatively titled Untitled Scream 7, and also reveals that original franchise writer Kevin Williamson is also returning, though this time as a director instead of just a producer. Campbell expressed her enthusiasm to be back in the horror franchise and for being asked, in the most respectful way, to reprise her role for the next installment. Campbell is represented by Gersh, Anonymous Content, and attorneys Johnson, Shapiro, Sluitt and Cole. Campbell and Williamson's returns may be enough to save Scream 7. Neve Campbell as Sidney in Scream 2022. Campbell's Scream 7 return is a welcome surprise for longtime fans of the horror franchise after the star infamously didn't return for the previous sequel due to a pay dispute with the producers of the movie. Despite these past concerns, Campbell had remained open to returning in the future on the condition that she was presented a fair pay offer for her part, considering she was largely considered the face of the franchise aside from the iconic Ghostface mask. Reports in late 2023 even indicated that both she and Patrick Dempsey were being eyed to reprise their roles. The confirmation of Williamson helming Scream 7 also marks a promising step forward for the sequel. In addition to having penned 3 of the first 4 installments of the horror franchise, for which he's also credited as its creator, Williamson has been on board as a producer for the last 2 entries, ensuring they stayed true to his and Wes Craven's original vision. The fact the last movie sits as the 3rd highest grossing in the whole franchise and scoring similar acclaim to its predecessor, this behind-the-scenes involvement clearly paid off. Check out the franchise's comparative box office and Rotten Tomatoes scores below. Interestingly, Williamson directing Scream 7 marks his first time in the director's chair for a movie in 25 years, his last having been the 1999 dark comedy Teaching Mrs. Tingle. While that movie was a critical and commercial bomb, his teaming with recent Scream writer Guy Busick and the extensive gap between it and the next sequel is sure to have given him plenty of time to reflect on what worked and what didn't on the prior movie. With Campbell also back in the fold, Scream may 7th just be able to overcome its behind-the-scenes troubles to be a success.